Hello, my name is Christophe de Dinochin, and today I would like to tell you about my experience trying to get an HTML5 app to capture video. So I started with the Cordova plugin, and the reason is because I want the application to run on a mobile device. And so that looks simple enough. There is one plugin to install, and then all you need is this take picture function, which as you can see is pretty short. Except in my case I don't get either here or there because navigator.camera is not set when you run in a simulator as I do. So there is no camera simulation and I have to try something else. And the next best thing is to run it directly in the browser. So I found this article which seems promising enough. It's on a website called HTML5 Rocks. So presumably it's going to tell me everything that's good about HTML5. And the title of the article clearly states that it's about capturing audio and video in HTML5. What else do I need? It's written by Eric Biddleman, and Eric Biddleman is working for Google on Chrome and web components and Polymer. So presumably that guy knows what he's talking about, and in case you have any doubt, he describes himself as a digital Jedi, so presumably it's good. Now, the road to get user media indicates that this was not a very easy way to get there. It started with this HTML media capture. Now, HTML media capture looks really simple. You just have something that looks like a file inputs, except that you say that you want to capture from a camera. So that looks fine, and it's still documented all over the place. For instance, here on the Mozilla Developer Network, which is actually the first page I landed on because it's been updated very recently. You can see on May 28th, so very recently. And what I did not see, because Google does not show me before I click, is this. It basically was probably updated to indicate that it's no longer supported on any modern browser. So that API for me is bust. It doesn't help. Unfortunately, it's also documented here on the W3C page. So here it's not clear at all whether this API is considered as deprecated or if it's a work in progress or anything. You can see that the draft is not 1 year old, so it's not like it's completely something that has been given up, or at least I don't think so. But that doesn't work, so I have to skip to the device element. Well, that element never made it, apparently. No release browser ever included device. Okay, I don't care about this one. The next thing is get user media. So user media has support in Chrome, Opera, and Firefox, and as you can see, I'm on Safari. And that means I'm probably unlucky, but let's check. The video input here is simple enough. So a few lines of code. Now that of course assumes that you have get user media, so you need some additional tests to check which version you might have and whether it actually works. And so that's a few lines of code, but with it, apparently you can do what I wanted, which is to capture a video or a picture. So let me click on this to check. And that's my problem, is it's not supported on Safari. Why not? I have no idea, but at the moment that's a non-solution for me. Now this is what I spent a little bit of time on today, and then I remember that I had done some experiments with Tau 3D and video recently, so I wanted to share that with you because I thought I would relax by doing what you are just seeing here, which is this little transparent widget to have me discuss and talk to you. And so that's the source code for that widget here. So you can see it's 45 lines of code. It's pretty small. And how does it work? There is a URL for the video input. That's what is being defined by VLClib, which we use for this. Now, that URL is different on a Mac and a PC. So this is why we need this little test here. So I capture this with something called movie texture, which is provided by this module. And so this first bit of code here does the capture and stores the result texture in this reference texture. So that's basically the background I'm going to compare against. And that's where the drawing happens. So in order to do my drawing, I need three textures. One is the reference texture that I took here, the snapshot, that is for my background behind me. Then I need the picture that I'm going to draw, well, sorry, the picture of me, basically, the thing that is being captured on the webcam. And then I need to decide what I replace the background with. So in that case, I replace it with a transparent color. I do a mix, and that's why you see something of a mix here between the actual background and the transparent color. And so then I run this little shader program that I'm going to show you, and draw this rectangle here to draw my picture here. Now, what does the oops, I did a new capture, so let me snapshot again. So the snapshot is triggered by the space key here. And so the shader program that I use is this. So it takes a sample from the old texture, new texture, and decide what to replace with, so the transparent texture in my case, and does a weighted comparison with RGB not having exactly the same weight. That's because we are more sensitive to yellow than we are to the rest. So you can adjust this to have better results. And that's basically all I need. So now I probably would like to ask Eric Bidelman, since he is apparently developer relation at Google, whether it would be interesting to have something like that working in a browser. As you can see, the language, so the Tau 3D language being used here, is a text. It's just a script, and it's been designed for the web actually. It does use URL, it does use many conventions of the web, can read data from the web, actually includes a complete WebKit. And so I think that it might make sense to integrate that in a web browser, but of course I don't have the resources to do that with my small company. So if there are any good developers around there who would like to participate, Tau 3D is an open source project, and that makes it relatively easy to contribute. So just go to SourceForge and check out if there's anything you may want to do, for instance, to help port that to a browser environment and make this part of the web. So if you're interested, please join the team. Thank you.